Hi, Charlene here, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica, and I'm talking to you about outdoor-indoor Feng Shui, garden Feng Shui, and I've been talking about form school, how to lay out the bagua outside, a bit about geomancy, and about the 5 things you find in a garden. So one of the things I want to talk about now is putting the bagua over the whole piece of land, including the house, to see where your house lay in terms of the bigger picture. So this has to do a bit with geomancy, which I talked about before, because you kind of want to know what area your garden is in. Is it in the relationship area of the property? Is it in the knowledge area of the property? Is it in the fortunate blessings area of the property? Because then you can embellish it. So really what I'm talking about is macro siting, putting the bagua in the big picture, and then micro siting it to your garden or one of 3 gardens or a balcony. You can microsite the bagua to something very small. Now, I've talked about this before, and I've talked about it in my book, that when you place the bagua down, especially on a desk at home, because you're entering and doing your work right where you sit, that's where you put the number 1, which is form school, which is 3-door system. And then you chart everything on your desk according to that. Now, I'm suggesting to do this the same way. I already talked about this in a past video, that when you walk out a door to a garden area, and you may have several, or you're walking into a garden that has a gate, that's the number 1 on the bagua, just so you know, so you are oriented and you can get how to navigate through that space. And then you can microsite the garden that's existing that you have and see what area you want to embellish. You can go to your garden and embellish the relationship area. You can go to the garden and embellish the fortunate blessings area. And because that's wood and water feeds wood, that's one of the prime areas for putting a water feature in a garden, is the fortunate blessings area. Now, I'll say it's definitely the southeast, but when you're doing 3-door system, it doesn't matter what the compass direction is. So I just want to make sure that you understand macro siting and micrositing, so that you know that you can expand a bagua over a huge space, or you can shrink it right down to even a balcony, which I've shown you, and I'll pop a little photo in here again where you can figure out what's going on. And then from there, you can start to use more of the geomantic tips that I mentioned in my last video, finding the heart, masculine spot, the feminine, the positive power spot, and the negative spot, so that you can navigate your gardens in a better way when you're working with Feng Shui and geomancy. Thanks for joining me. Charlene here from Radical Feng Shui with Charlene. Please subscribe, and I'll be back soon to talk to you about more. Thank you.